You finally buy the house, you close, you get the keys, and you exhale for the first time in what feels like forever. And then this shows up in the mail, your property tax bill. And it's full of words that nobody ever explained to you. And there's a number at the bottom that makes you stop and stare a little bit longer than you have ever expected in your whole life. Most homeowners do the same thing at this point. They take a look at it, sigh, and just pay it. And I get it. When things feel confusing, paying it and moving on what feels easier than trying to figure it out makes the most sense. But here's what I need you to know. This bill doesn't have to be confusing, and it doesn't have to be something that you just accept without ever questioning it. So today we're going to slow all the way down. I'm going to walk you through what you're actually paying for, how that number gets calculated, and most importantly, how to know if you're paying more than you should be. Because this is stuff that every homeowner deserves to know. So let's get into it. Your property taxes are not just some random fee somebody made up. This is how your local community pays for itself. And the biggest chunk almost always goes to public schools in your area. And after that, it covers things like your police and fire department, roads, parks, libraries, basically the services that keep your community running from day to day. So when people say, why are taxes so high over there? What they're actually saying is that area puts a lot of money into their community. So strong schools, well-kept roads, services that actually show up when you need them, that stuff costs money, and the property taxes are a big part of how it gets funded. Now, whether you agree with every decision your local government makes about money, that's a whole nother conversation, but understanding where it goes helps this bill make a little bit more sense. And when things make sense, you can actually ask the right questions. So let's talk about the math. And I promise it is not as complicated as it looks. There are really just two things that determine your bill. The first one is your home's assessed value. Now, this is not what your home would sell for if you list it today. This is what your county decides your home is worth on paper for tax purposes. And those two numbers are not always the same. And your county comes up with this based on things like the size of your home, the features that it has, the condition, and what similar homes nearby have sold for recently. And here's an important detail. Counties usually don't tax you on your full market value. They tax you on a portion of it. So if your home sells for around $400,000, your county might say that the taxable value is $350,000. And that gap is usually in your favor, and it matters. The second thing is the tax rate. Your county sets a tax rate, basically a percentage, and that rate gets applied to your home's value to come up with what you owe. So your home's taxable value, multiply the rate equals your bill, and that's it. And once you see it that simply, the number starts feeling like it just came out of nowhere and starts feeling like something you can actually look at and review. This is the part that most homeowners never find out about, and this is why I made this video. Here's the thing, you can't change your tax rate. Your county sets that and it applies to everybody, but you can challenge your home's value on paper, and that's where people actually save money. Here are two reasons why you might have a case. First, the county might have the wrong information about your house, and this happens more often than you think. The wrong square footage, the wrong number of bedrooms, features that are listed in your home that don't actually exist. If their facts are off, you can show them the correct information and get it fixed. And second, your home might be valued higher than other similar homes nearby. Think about it this way. If your neighbor has a home that's basically the same as yours, same size, same area, same condition, and their tax value is lower than yours, that's actually worth looking into. You're not asking for a favor, you're asking to be treated the same as everyone else. And every county has its process for this. It usually starts with filling out a simple form, and a lot of times it can get resolved right there. And here's what makes it worth your time. If it works, it doesn't just lower your bill this year, it can lower it every year after that. And we're talking about real money staying in your pocket on repeat. So here's the truth and love. Your property tax bill is not something to be afraid of. It is something that is worth understanding. And homeowners who pay attention to this stuff aren't doing anything special. They have just decided to learn how the system works instead of letting the system work on them. And when you understand this, you stop feeling like things are happening to you and start making decisions that actually protect what you have worked so hard to get. That's always the goal. So if you never actually looked into your property assessment before, let this be your nudge to do it. I put together a simple checklist to help you find your assessment, check for errors, and figure out if challenging it makes sense for you. The link is in the description. And if this helps something click for you, drop a comment and let me know, or send it to somebody who gets stressed out every time that bill shows up. We're building homeowners who understand what they own, not just pay for it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.